Welcome to Wrestling Talk in the Shop, where we cover all things professional wrestling, from new wrestling to classic wrestling and everything in between. We go to wrestling, we do some wrestling, and everything in the ring. Join us now for Wrestling Talk in the Shop.
Hey guys, it's John from Wrestling Talk in the Shop. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over the last of the defining moments that I have. I don't have a lot, but I acquired them through that wrestling collection. I haven't bought any of the new ones that they've released, but we'll go over what I've got. You know, this is the third and final part. First, we've got Ric Flair from the iconic WrestleMania match, his last WWE match. He was lost it to Shawn Michaels. That was a great match. I mean, you watching one of our other videos coming up pretty soon, we'll talk more about it. But that was a great match. I loved Ric Flair. He hasn't looked that good in the ring since then. I mean, Ric Flair is just one of a kind. I mean, you're not going to show him the detail, show him that head skin and stuff. And you can see that that robe there, and I love that moment where he says, where Rick, he says, "I'm sorry, I love you," and then Shawn Michaels super kicks his head off. And Shawn Michaels actually gave him a Rolex when that was over with. And I don't know if Rick still has the Rolex or what. Poor Ric Flair has been through a lot. He lost his son and whatnot, and he's been through a lot. Got a lot of personal issues, and we all do. Well, you want to read the back of that, Lindsay?
It's been called the greatest rivalry of the year. 2008 was the year when Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels squared off in WrestleMania. The true story began months earlier at Raw when Flair challenged Michaels to a match at WrestleMania. Michaels no doubt was up for the challenge, yet he accepted with some reluctance. Mr. McMahon had already announced that the next match Flair lost would end his forced retirement. A heavy burden for Michaels. However, Flair encouraged the match by saying he would be honored to retire at the hand of Shawn Michaels. The match started with the superstars countering each other. The Nature Boy pushed Michaels into the corner, shouting Old Yeller comments at him. Michaels retaliated by slapping Flair in the face, and later when Michaels tried to play his sweet chin music, it fell flat as Flair trapped him in a figure four leg lock. Michaels, back into control, faced Flair and said, "I'm sorry, I love you," before he started his sweet chin music, successfully pinning Flair. After a 35-year-long career, Flair saw it come to an end that night.
I mean, Ric Flair, he went through a plane crash, and then he got struck by lightning. I mean, he was, just the man, just incredible. Did a lot for WCW, NWA, and then went over to WWF, won the 1992 Royal Rumble, and won that WWF Championship twice. I mean, you're not gonna find anyone better. But we'll move right along. Then we've got Triple H. This is from January 7th, 2002. After suffering what some perceived to be a career-ending injury 8 months earlier, Triple H made his long-awaited return to the WWE on Raw in front of a sellout crowd at Madison Square Garden. In May 2001, the Game tore his left quad trip after defending the World Tag Team Championships with Stone Cold. That was a 2-man power trip, if you don't remember that. And after several months away, intensive rehab, he entered the ring at Madison Square Garden. Surprised fans when he announced plans to compete in the upcoming Royal Rumble. Kurt Angle interrupted Triple H's speech, taunting him and attempted to steal his thunder by announcing his own participation in the Rumble. The Game responded by delivering a pedigree to Angle as the crowd roared, and his approval. Triple H went on to win that Rumble 2 weeks later, eliminating Angle last for the victory. The night of Triple H's reemergence was not only one of the biggest returns in WWE history, but was also one of the most pivotal moments of his extensive career. The widely supportive reaction from the crowd proved that fans were definitely not ready for the Game to be over yet. And he won that Royal Rumble, and I think he ended up winning the championship from Chris Jericho at WrestleMania 18. That was the main event. That was the same match that Rock and Hulk Hogan went on, and they were. I remember Triple H being upset because the crowd was kind of flat because everybody was so excited over that Hogan Rock match. And then I believe he ended up losing the WWE. There was 2 titles. they combined them, made the WWE Undisputed Championship, and I believe he lost it to Hulk Hogan, you know, that May or somewhere in there, No Way Out or Payback or somewhere in there shortly after that WrestleMania. But you can see that's very cool. Got soft good shirts, soft good pants, and underneath it, I'm not going to open it, but you can see that there's a Triple H shirt underneath there. You can currently buy this jacket on WWE Shop for $250 if you're interested.
The real one?
No, not the real one.
No, I mean like
it's a real jacket.
Like a person?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, an adult size jacket, you know.
Yeah.
And you can see that's a pretty good head scan, Triple H. He had a full head of hair. Some people may not even know Triple H with hair. He had hair in like 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But anyway, we'll move right along to another bald-headed friend of Triple H.
That's what he looks like at the moment.
Yeah. That's he's bald-headed now too. This is Shawn Michaels. And this was you can see that, show him the feet. This was a white robe, you know. This is when he was feuding with the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania. He lost to the Undertaker. Of course, he come out as like good versus evil. You know, the Undertaker wore black, and you can
He's
see
got the Undertaker hat in white.
Yeah, you can see that.
And basically an Undertaker outfit, but in white.
And you can see that was the first match to me at WrestleMania 24 was probably the better one of the two, in my opinion.
I remember this match.
Oh yeah, we watched.
It was I just remember somebody in the audience had this sign that had eyeballs that rolled up, and I just thought that was the funniest thing ever. I don't know why I remember that, but I just remember watching it at my mom's house. Okay, April 5th, 2008, Shawn Michaels nearly ends the Dead Man's WrestleMania streak. Light fell to darkness, the 25th anniversary of WrestleMania, when Undertaker hailed the spirited effort from Shawn Michaels en route to victory during the evening's main event at Houston's Reliance Stadium. Although Undertaker entered with a remarkable 16-0 WrestleMania record to date, the Dead Man had never defeated the Heartbreak Kid, putting two legendary superstars on a seemingly equal playing field. Both started the match off strong, but Michaels gained the upper hand when he dodged a splash over the top rope by Undertaker and pushed a cameraman into his path, causing the debilitating collision. After a near countout, the Dead Man dragged himself back into the ring and began trading off signature moves with Michaels. Undertaker delivered his devastating tombstone piledriver, but to the crowd's amazement, Michaels was able to kick out of the pin attempt. HBK, however, could not endure a second tombstone and was ultimately defeated, increasing the Undertaker's winning streak to 17-0. Although Shawn Michaels was not victorious, his fearless determination made the showdown one of the greatest matches in WrestleMania history. It was a really good match.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And that, I mean, that was good
my favorites.
Good for the Undertaker too. I mean, Shawn Michaels bounces around like nobody's ever seen. You can see, and then he went on to. I think 24 and 25, Shawn Michaels lost, and then Triple H lost in there, and I don't know if Triple H wrestled him twice or just once. I can't really remember, but you know, that don't seem like a long time ago. But hell, we're getting on WrestleMania 40 coming up. Mm-hmm. You can see this is from 2010. I know I've talked about this before. This Ric Flair is from 2016. Look at the packaging discrepancy there.
That one's bigger too.
Yeah, when they first come out, our packaging is gone. I mean, I'm a big packaging mark, so I mean that packaging means a lot to me because I'm not. I mean, I've got some loose figures, but I'm mainly a minnow card collector. Then we'll go on to the Macho Man. Oh yeah, March 24th, 1991. Macho King reunites with Miss Elizabeth after his career-ending match against the Ultimate Warrior. Macho King Randy Savage showed his fans. Here, I'm going to let you read it, Lindsay.
He must be brutalizing it. Let's see where you are.
Just start all over.
Okay, Macho King Randy Savage showed his fans his softer side at WrestleMania 7 when he reunited with his former manager, Miss Elizabeth, after losing a career-ending match to the Ultimate Warrior at the Los Angeles Sports Arena. Savage was carried to the ring with his manager, Sensational Sherry, on a giant throne, wearing one of the trademark outrageous outfits. Savage punished Ultimate Warrior like no one has ever done before, landing his patented elbow drop from the top rope 5 consecutive consecutive times, but the Warrior would not be denied. After kicking free from Savage's pin attempt, he hit the Macho King with several massive spears before he secured the victory. After the match ended, an enraged Sherry sprinted to the ring to attack Savage, but Miss Elizabeth, who had been watching from ringside seat, immediately rushed to Savage's side and chased off Sherry, reuniting the two and bringing the sellout crowd to its feet. An emotionally charged moment, Savage held the ropes down for Elizabeth to exit after years of having her do it for him.
You can see Macho Man with his flashy costumes and stuff. He always had flashy costumes with tassels and whatnot. I mean, that's not even the flashiest ones I've seen him have there. I mean, but you can see, I mean, he never got another return to WWE. I don't know what the deal is with Vince. You know, you've heard the rumors with him and Stephanie and whatnot, and I don't know that all that's true. But it's just bad that, you know, when he was alive, that we never got a return. You know, a Hall of Fame induction. They waited till he passed away to do it. You know,
and then he died pretty suddenly.
And then and then he passed away all of a sudden. You know, I mean, but that's just a bad deal. He, you know, Macho Man never got to go back to WWE like, you know, so many others have, you know. But I mean, really, after, you know, CM Punk's come back, Hulk Hogan's been on the outs with WWE and come back. I mean, you know, Ric Flair, they've all come back, but Macho Man. And you know, after he passed away, we did get a Hall of Fame induction, you know. And but it's just a bad deal. Later that summer, they had the wedding between him and Elizabeth. That's probably one of my earliest wrestling weddings that I remember. That was a truly great moment, you know. And then shortly after that, they were already divorced at that point. But that was just, you know, Macho Man. He was on commentary, you know, a commentator, and he had small matches here and there. And then he went to WCW and basically had started his career all over and was world champion there, NWO and whatnot, and ran, you know. But anyway, there you have it. That's the last of the Ultimate Editions, unless we pick up and buy some more.
The Defining Moment.
Or yeah, Defining Moments. Excuse me, I get them confused. Ultimate Edition, Defining Moments, you know, Elites. There's so many breakoffs from them, but I do plan on picking up that Cody Rhodes, and if I get it, we'll go over it. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. Human interaction is good for the channel. Like and subscribe. Thanks.